Thank you for watching Syrian Eats. Today I have a very easy and delicious cinnamon streusel coffee cake recipe that you will definitely love. It's moist and has just the right amount of sweetness. I'm starting out by preparing my streusel topping. Add 3/4 cup of flour, 3/4 cup of granulated sugar, half a tablespoon of ground cinnamon, and a pinch of salt. Mix the dry ingredients well. Then we're going to add half a stick of melted butter. Stir well until it's a crumble-like consistency. Then set it aside. Now for the filling, I'm adding 1 cup of brown sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon. Mix them well and set aside. You may want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's start on our cake. Add 3/4 cup of room temperature butter. Start beating it in your mixer and add 1.5 cup of granulated sugar. Then add 1/3 cup of brown sugar, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of baking powder, and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Beat them well until combined and smooth. Then add 3 large eggs, adding them 1 egg at a time, beating well after each addition. In a separate bowl, I measured 1 1/4 cup of milk. I'm using 1%, but you can use any milk you have in your fridge. It can be from skim, 1%, or whole. It doesn't matter. And I'm adding 3/4 cup of Greek yogurt. If you don't have Greek yogurt, plain yogurt will do. Mix that in together and set aside. Measure 3 3/4 cup of flour. While my blender is still mixing, I'm going to add a little bit of flour and a little bit of my milk and yogurt mixture and let that blend in together until all the flour and all the milk and yogurt mixture is done. After you have blended all the ingredients well together, stop the mixer and scrape down all the sides, just in case there's any butter left on the bottom or sugar, just to make sure we have everything incorporated together. Our batter is now ready to pour into our cake pans. This recipe will make 1 9x13 cake pan, or I'm using 2 layer pans. I'm making 1 cake for the house and 1 I'm going to give away. Butter your cake pan well, and then either add 1 teaspoon of flour and shake it around in there and throw the remaining, or I use a baking spray that has flour in it. If you're making 2 round cake pans, you're going to divide your batter into 4. If you're making 1 9x13 cake pan, you're going to divide your batter into 2 because there's going to be a filling in the middle. So I'm dividing my batter into 4 since I'm doing 2 pans. And then I'm going to spread it around, and then we're going to add our cinnamon and brown sugar filling. Spread the brown sugar and cinnamon filling over the top of each cake. Give your pan a good shake to settle everything inside. With your little spatula, swirl the filling with the cake mixture. Add your remaining batter to the top of each one and then spread evenly. Now add your streusel topping to the top of each one. Your cake is ready for the oven to bake at 350 degrees for 55 minutes, or until you prick it with a knife or a fork and it comes out clean. I'm going to show you a good trick on how to get your cake out of your pan without ruining the streusel top. Get a plate and put it on the top of your pan, and then flip your cake on that plate. And then we're going to get another plate and we're going to put it on the top again and flip it to the other plate. I found this to be the safest and easiest way to get your cake without getting the streusel topping ruined. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching this delicious cake recipe. Please make sure to like my video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and like my page on Facebook.